Hi, you're with Lucia Unwind, and today we're going to look at how to stretch the muscles of the legs out and how to engage through the abdominals so you've got your stronger core to protect the lower back, because often when we get tight leg muscles it will refer pain into the back and just tighten up the whole body basically. And you know, if you're working using your legs a lot, your back a lot, everything kind of mixes up, and then you end up being in pain and not being able to work. So this is to keep you on your feet and moving and stronger and able to enjoy life a bit longer. Okay, so we're going to start with doing the roll down. That's just so you can feel how tight your body actually is, and you can tune in and check in what's going on where. So for the roll down, first of all, you're going to find your feet hip width apart. So just take those heels apart, bring your feet together first, take the heels apart, bring the toes in line. So your feet are hip width apart. Then you're just going to lift up through the sternum. So you're extending the space between your belly button and your chest. That allows you to breathe, and these ribs will be open. And just by lifting up through the sternum, you allow your head to sit on top of your shoulders and your arms down by your sides. Okay, so there's no stress through the shoulders or, you know, trying to be upright. It's just literally creating a bit of space between the sternum and the belly button to allow your body to just sit comfortably. Soften the backs of the knees. Tuck your tailbone underneath. You're going to take a nice breath in wide and full into the ribs. You're going to engage through the core just by pulling in that belly button a little bit and zipping up through your pelvic floors. So imagine you've got a zip between your tailbone and your pubic bone. You're just going to zip that zip up nice and gently. So you've got that whole area just switched on, not tight. Lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the back of the neck. Then as you breathe out, you're just going to allow your chin to come down towards your chest. Allow those shoulders to round. Allow gravity to pull your head down towards the mat and your arms. Keep the backs of your knees nice and soft. Pull the belly button in towards the spine to encourage that movement into the lower back. Then you're just going to hang down wherever is comfortable for you. Check in where feels a bit tight. Is it the lower back? Is it the hamstrings? Rest your head so the crown of your head is coming down towards the floor. Try not to hold on to the head. Just allow it to hang down. Check in, are your calves tight? Maybe your heels feel tight, or the soles of your feet, or the shoulders. Just have a little check in. And then when you're ready, on an exhale, you're going to squeeze your buttocks together to give you extra strength into that lower back. So you can slowly rebuild the spine. Coming up to standing. Okay, now we're going to get out the spiky ball, which is an amazing bit of kit. You can get it from the pet shop or wherever. You're going to take the spiky ball and you're just going to roll it from the big toe all the way to the heel. Suddenly got a frog in my throat. Big toe all the way to the heel a few times, then you're going to go to the middle toes all the way to the heel. This is good for balance as well. If you need to hold on to something, just hold on to something just so you can get your foot rolling over the ball. Then the little toes all the way to the heel, rolling around the outer edge of the foot. Then you're going to rest the heel of the foot on the floor. You're going to pump down through the ball of the foot. Then you're going to pump down through the heel of the foot, and then you're just going to very gently stimulate all the other cells you might have missed, all the other soft tissue areas, nice and soft, a little tickle now. Okay, then feel how marvelous that foot feels. Then you're going to transfer to the other foot. So big toe all the way to the heel. Then the middle toes all the way to the heel. Then the little toe all the way to the heel. Just to make sure you cover the entire foot. Okay, good. Then you're going to bring the heel of your foot down on the floor. You're going to pump through that ball. Hopefully your ball has a bit of give. If it's really solid, be careful. Don't give yourself a mischief or torture. Then you're going to pump the heel into the ball. Good. Then very gently, a little tickle all the way over that foot. Good, so you've stimulated absolutely everything that's under the sole of your foot. Okay, then you can disregard the ball. You're going to come back onto your mat. We're going to do another roll down, and you're also going to check in to see how much more length you've got through those muscles at the back of your legs and through your lower back. So breathing in, lengthen through the spine, lengthen up through the back of the neck. Keep that core engaged. As you breathe out, dip the chin down towards the chest. Keep those knees soft. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Allow the lower back to get that movement. Breathing in, you're going to reach down towards the floor. And just feel how much easier that is and how much length you've created in those muscles just by rolling over that spiky ball. Now on an exhale, squeeze the buttocks, restack the spine, coming back up to standing. Good, okay. So from here, do another one, just because you can, and now you're feeling much looser. Do it in your own time, rolling all the way down. Breathing in, reach down towards your mat, lengthen and stretch. As you breathe out, squeeze the buttocks to slowly come back up. Good. Okay, then we're going to do the psoas stretch. So keep the feet hip width apart, breathing in, lift one arm up towards the ceiling, and then lean your torso away from the arm so you feel the stretch through, coming through the front of your hip. Then when you've got your balance, turn your head to look at your hand. And as you breathe out, come back up to standing, lower the arm down. Other side, breathing in, arm up. As you breathe out, lean the torso away, keep those hips absolutely still. Then when you're ready, turn your head to look at your hand. And then as you breathe out, eyes front and slowly come back up. Good. Another way to do that, if you've got the balance, just transfer the weight to one leg, cross your foot over in front, and the same arm as the leg in front, take over your head. Oh, that's a great stretch. So again, if your psoas muscle is tight, the psoas helps flex your hip, lift your knee up. Do the other side. So if that's tight, it will also give you lower back pain. So this is a great one to lengthen and stretch out. Because if you're sat in a car, sat at a computer, sat watching TV, that muscle can contract and it might not necessarily lengthen out and release. Okay, so that's your psoas stretch. Then we're going to stretch out the hamstrings. So keeping those feet hip width apart, you're going to take a small step. You're going to keep the weight on this back leg. You're going to bend the knee. Keep your hips forwards. Breathing in. You can bring your hands on your hips or out to the side if you need balance. Then we're going to hinge forward. Both feet are facing forwards as well. We're going to hinge forward from the hips, keeping that sternum away from the belly button. Don't curl through the back. Keep that sternum up and away. Keep the back flat, and you'll feel that stretch through the hamstring at the front there, on the front leg. So again, keep those shoulder blades drawn down the back. Don't let them round or come up to the ears. You want those shoulder blades drawn down the back, hinging forward from the hips, feeling the stretch up through that hamstring. Then you want to just flex and plant the foot, so you get a little bit of a calf stretch as well, a bit of an Achilles stretch. And when you're ready, bend both knees and come up. Great. We're going to do the other side. So just turn around, keeping those feet hip width apart. You're going to sit back on this back leg, bend the back knee, keep those hips pointing forwards. Don't swivel through the hips, hips pointing forwards. Hands on the hips, keep that sternum up, shoulder blades down the back, and then as you breathe in, just bring that chest over towards that front knee, and you'll feel the stretch through the hamstring of your front leg. Okay, keep those shoulder blades drawn down the back. And then when you're ready, just flex and plant the foot. So you get a bit of a calf and an Achilles stretch at the same time. The main aim is keep those ribs down, keep the shoulder blades down, and then bend the knees to come up and out of that stretch. Okay, we're going to do a side lunge, so we stretch out the inside thighs, because again, if your inside thighs are tight, they will pull on the lower back. So just take a wide stance. So when you bend the front knee, that knee's got to come towards the second toe, so it's not coming inwards or going outwards. You want that knee to be coming towards the second toe, but you don't want to go over the toes. If you come into a right angle, if it doesn't feel enough of a stretch, just take your back foot back a bit till you feel the stretch on the inside thigh. Just hang here for a bit. Try and keep yourself fairly upright, light through the upper body, and have that stretch going on through that inside thigh. You can hold it for 10, 20, 30 seconds, and then we'll switch over to the other side. So if that was a good width for you, just literally turn the feet around a little bit so they're almost like 10 to 2 on your feet. Then coming forwards, so the front leg stays at the right angle, and again you're just stretching out that inside thigh. Again, keeping those hips fairly level, your upper body nice and relaxed, nice and light. Good. Then you can relax that down too. So just bring those feet back together. And we're going to do some squats. So for a squat, the aim of a squat is to push the bottom back, not to bring the knees forwards. That way you're working all the muscles that we want to work. So when you're ready, standing with your feet hip width apart, keep that core engaged. So again, to find the feet hip width apart, heels open, toes in line. Lengthen again, lift up through that sternum. Keep that space between the belly button and the sternum. Shoulder blades down the back. Breathing in, use your arms for balance. As you breathe out, you're going to bring the bottom back and hold your squat. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Breathe in, hold. As you breathe out, squeeze through the buttocks, and you're going to lift. We're going to do 5. So breathing out to come down. Breathe in, hold. Breathing out, squeeze the buttocks and lift. Breathing out to come down. Breathe in, hold. Squeeze the buttocks and lift. Last one. So breathing out to come down. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Breathe in, hold, and squeeze the buttocks on an exhale to lift. Okay, so let's get a bit of movement with this. You're going to take a step, find your hip width apart, come into a squat. Squeeze the buttocks, lift. Take a step, come into hip width apart, breathe out, breathe in, hold, breathe out, lift. Breathe in, take a step, find your hip width apart, breathe out into your squat, breathe in, hold, and breathe out, lift. Take a step, last one, breathe in, hold. Sorry, breathe out, come down, breathe in, hold, and breathe out, squeeze the buttocks and lift. Good, okay. Now you're going to lift the leg out to the side. We don't want to hip hitch, want to keep the hips level. We just want to take the leg out to the side. So keep that core engaged. Transfer the weight to your supporting leg. Keep your knees soft. Then as you breathe out, just gliding that foot along and away from the body. So you're not hitching through the hip, you're just taking that foot away from the body. 7 and 8. Transfer the weight. Just do 8 for this one. Keep the core engaged. Keep this knee soft. And then as you breathe out, so keeping that hip down, keeping those hips level. 4, 5, keeping this knee soft. And 8. Well done. Shake it out. And then we're going to work a little bit through those hip flexor muscles. So we're going to come into the right angle. So keep the core engaged. Transfer the weight to your supporting leg. As you breathe out, you're going to bring your leg up to a right angle. You can have either your hands on the hips or hold the wall or arms out for balance. And you're going to breathe out, extend the leg and breathe in, lower. Keep that breastbone pulled up and away from the belly button so you keep nice and long and lengthened, shoulder blades down the back. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, straighten and lengthen. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, straighten and lengthen. 4, we'll just do 5. And 5. Other side, transfer the weight. Breathe out, lift. Again, keep your supporting leg nice and soft. 4, 5. Great, okay, relax that down. So there are your standing ones. Also, while you're standing, we're going to stretch out those quads. So if you need to hold on to something for balance, do. Then you're going to take hold of your foot. You're going to try and bring those knees close to each other, lengthening through the quads, and tuck your tailbone underneath. And then you'll feel the stretch lengthen through the front of those quads. Okay, so keep the shoulder blades drawn down the back. Keep your sternum lifted up and away from your belly button. Tuck your tailbone underneath to really lengthen that stretch through the front of those thighs. Okay, once you've held one side, we're going to do the other side. Once again, transfer the weight. Soften the knee on your supporting leg. Take hold of your foot. Bring those knees down towards each other. And then again, keep your shoulder blades down your back. Breastbone away from your belly button. And then you're just going to sink into this stretch. Tuck in the tailbone underneath to lengthen the muscles through the front of your thighs. And again, if you do need to hold on something for balance, please hold on to something or a chair or whatever you've got available to you, just so that you can get this really beneficial stretch down through the quads. Good, and relax that down. Okay, so they're the standing ones for helping the lower back and the legs and getting a few stretches in and out there. There will be a lying series to accompany this one. Okay, so look out for that.